If you are a fan of theme parks and love chocolate and candy, then Hersheypark is the place for you. Just behind me is the gates of Hersheypark. We became a season pass holder. I'm excited to go in there, see what the park has to offer, show you guys what it has to offer if you come to visit anytime soon. So let's get on into the gates here. Now there's a couple of things I want to point out before we get into the park. Just like any other theme park, there is a huge parking lot for Hersheypark. Over here is where you can find general parking, but the nice thing about the season pass holders is they get preferred parking, or they get to park where the preferred parking is at. So we are parked super close to the actual entrance of Hersheypark, which is just right down here with the chocolate world, but they also do have like a little tram that will take you from your parking place to the actual entrance of the park, similar to Disney World if you're familiar with getting to and from the parking areas in the parks at Disney World. So let's go ahead, we'll head into Chocolatetown. Here's a look at a trolley tour that you can pay to take some little chocolate characters, and this is the Hershey's Chocolate World building. So there is a bunch of merchandise that you can purchase here. There's some tours, there's a little free tour that shows you how they make chocolate, which is really fun, some paid opportunities and events that you can take advantage of there, and then to the left of it is where Chocolatetown is, and that's where the entrance of Hersheypark is at. Here's a look at the sign for the tram service to take you back to your car. It says it's available till 10 p.m. tonight. The park is open from 2 to 9 today. We're visiting in October, so the tram will run an hour after you are done in the parks, and this is the area it'll come and pick you up. The one cute thing about Hersheypark is for each of the rides, some of them are more intense because they're coaster based, but they have these different characters that tell you based on your height what rides you're able to ride. So they're different Hershey's or Twizzler characters, so that's kind of a fun thing that you can go get a picture with. See, so it says if you are above this blue line, this Hershey's candy brand is your ride height category. Now we have officially made it into Hershey's Chocolatetown. There's some stores, some restaurants, but this is also where the entrance of the park is at. It's still 45 minutes till the park is officially open, and there's already a lot of lines getting in. We came here yesterday and it took a good amount of time to actually get into the park, so I'm not sure if it's just the time of year or what's going on, but yeah, it took a little bit of time, and there's ticketing over there as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get in the line, see if we can get in. Here's a look at the Hershey's Park season pass holder card. It's very, very cute. On the back has a picture of yourself, so that way they know it's your pass. Then they also have a little QR code to help you scan into the park. And while we're waiting, I also wanted to point out they do have a Hersheypark app that tells you what some of the wait times are for the rides. It also has a park map that you can see where a lot of the rides are at. So I highly recommend downloading this and using it whenever you are in the parks. That way you know how to find your way around. It shows you where dining options are too. It's a very helpful app. It is 1:30 and it looks like they're starting to let us get into the park, which is very nice to start getting the lines moving. Even if the rides aren't open yet, it's nice to just get guests into the park. Yay, we finally made it into the park. I'll give you a time check. But the interesting thing is it's 1:40 and they already have guests that are on the rides, which is pretty cool actually. But I love this fountain that they have here. This is the Candymonium ride. It's one of my favorites that we rode yesterday. I love the fountain though because it's a Hershey kiss. It's so cute. I absolutely love it. But we're gonna go and try to see if we can get some short wait times in since the park just opened. It was pretty busy yesterday being a weekend, but we are gonna go and see if we can get some coasters in. And since we're here, I wanna show you Candymonium coming by. This is a really fun coaster. The thing I like about this one is it gives you a lot of airtime, and it reminds me of, I think it's Mako, that is down at SeaWorld in Orlando. So, very fun ride. Let's go see what else we can find. Okay, I was wrong actually. They let you to this point where you enter in the real portion of the park, so it looks like they're just having guests wait and hold there. But let's head over to Candymonium and see how they are able to ride. The nice thing about the rides here at Hersheypark, since they are intense roller coaster type rides, they actually do have lockers that you can put your items in, similar to Universal. They're free to rent. I haven't done it yet, so let's give it a try actually. Alright, here you go. Touch screen, English, touch here to rent locker. Touch lock, we go here. And we're gonna just do free for 2 hours. And I'll enter my code. There you have it. Well, that worked out perfectly. We waited about 40 minutes for the ride. I think it was so long because there were a lot of fast track people that went in, which is basically like their fast pass system. And then also it was one of the only rides that were open before the opening of the park. So it was all right. We waited and it's a really great ride, one of my favorites. So here it comes now. Let me show it to you. I love it. You get a ton of airtime on this ride. It is so good. It's a great like starting coaster if you are afraid of coasters. The only rough part is just the first initial hill, and then it's just fun after that. So try out Candymonium. And since it's Halloween here at Hersheypark, all of the characters are in Halloween costumes. The Hershey Kiss is a witch, and the Kit Kat is maybe a Wolverine. So they are so cute, and the park is all decorated for Halloween. I absolutely love it. But we are now making our way farther into the park. Here's a statue of Milton Hershey himself. And then around here are a lot of good kid rides. There's like a tilt-a-whirl, there's a scrambler, there's some hot air balloon ones there, and a little airplane ride. So here's a great little area for some kids rides, but we'll get back and show you some of the intense coasters. And more Halloween decorations. Great like places for photo opportunities. They also have a nighttime Halloween event called Dark Nights that you can pay extra for. So that happens in the evenings, but it's still fun to have a Halloween twist on Hersheypark. You also, it looks like for Halloween, can dress up in costumes. So some people are actually dressed up in Halloween costumes, which is kind of fun. This is one of my favorite features when it comes to getting food at theme parks, mobile ordering. It looks like you can mobile order for some of the places, which is very convenient. Here's the sign for some of the coasters and rides where it directs you to go if you're looking to ride some of these rides. We rode Sky Rush yesterday. That was a very good and intense ride. But here's also a look at where some of the haunted houses are if you're coming to the Dark Night event. They also have a monorail here at Hersheypark. Look how cool that is. Look at all of the different carts. You've got Reese's, Hershey's, Kisses. Oh, I love that. We'll have to try that. I think I may try this Reese's Cup Fusion ride based on how long it is. Seems like one of those like shooting rides like the Men in Black ride or Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger spin ride, so let's go try that. So I actually decided to abort mission and we're not doing the Reese's Cup ride. One of my only qualms with Hersheypark is not all of the rides have wait times posted outside of the actual ride. So that's where the app really comes in handy because it tells you how long the lines are actually. The Reese's ride was 90 minutes, but we're gonna see what everything else is around here. If you're a fan of drop towers, they actually have 3 different heights of drop towers. The only one running right now is the Hershey's one we'll get to watch, but they do have a smaller Reese's and Kisses drop. So it looks like it shoots you up and then you are stopped and then it will actually drop you. And then you do a couple of bounces. I am not a huge fan of drop towers, so I think I'm gonna be sitting this one out. One thing that's nice that they allow you to do is you can actually upgrade your ticket of the day to a season pass. So say you come and you enjoy it and you want to come more often, maybe you could get a season pass. Currently in line to ride the monorail. Excited to see some other views of Hershey, and this ride does close at 5 p.m. so we just got on it. Look at the blow up shark, and there was a dinosaur somewhere. Oh, there's the dinosaur. Oh my gosh. Pretty busy day at the parks today. I don't think we'll see them, but there's Hershey's and Kit Kat cars up there. Those are really cool. And I think we're going by the factory, so that's kind of cool. There they are. Look how cool those are. Now we're passing Zoo America. We just watched some wolves real quick. Being foggy, it looks like they're getting ready for the scare zones and the Fright Night type event that they have going on. But also they are playing Halloween music on the monorail, which is actually kind of a fun little touch. I wish this roller coaster would go right now, but it looks like we're gonna miss it. I don't think it's running, but this is the Hershey version of the Skyliner. It's so cute. Look at the little Hershey Kiss and Twizzler part. We'll have to do that later on when it opens, probably next summer though. We're debating on what ride to do next, and I think we are going to try to tackle the Great Bear This looks like a very intense coaster. Your legs dangle, but look at this. It goes up, you're in an upside down loop, and then watch it come this way. You have a little bit of a corkscrew. Oh, it's back in the back there. Hold on a moment. All right, here it comes. I need to know in the comment section if you would ride that. We walked the Great Bear. I did want to show that this is the one loop that you have on the Super Duper Looper. It was a cute little ride. The loop was probably the most intense part. Well, we finished up inside of Hersheypark. We rode Great Bear. It was an absolutely amazing ride. I highly recommend it when you come here. The park is getting all ready for their dark nights, but we're gonna head up to Chocolate World and see what they have to offer. Here's the inside of the Chocolate World store. There are so many great merchandise options whenever it comes to things to buy here, but there is a Chocolate World tour, which is a little ride in here. We might do it in a separate video, but lots of places to buy souvenirs, and there's even some milkshake places back here. We might get a milkshake. Well, that's a bit of what you can expect to see when visiting Hersheypark in Hershey, PA. It is such a fun park, great for families. There's amazing coasters there. I love how the park is themed, obviously, around chocolate and all of the candy that they have. It's just so fun. They did such a great job with the park, and it's very family friendly. I loved it during the Halloween season, so you'll definitely have to check it out sometime. If you do, let me know what you think of it. We did not get to talk a lot about merch or Chocolate World. We're going to do that in a separate video because we are visiting tomorrow again. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this Hersheypark vlog. I hope you have a sweet day, and we will see you in the next video. See you guys.